Hey guys, Mr. F here again. This time I am going to be unpacking the Year 2 spelling list for this week, which is Term 2, Week 3. Today is the 28th of April, and your spelling focus this week is the digraph, E-R, as in teacher, which is what I am. So remember, a digraph is when two letters make one sound. For example, the ER makes one sound, which is We're going to be using the smart spelling process to go through the red words, and then we'll just be doing the first two letters of the smart spelling process for the orange and green. Remember, for smart spelling, S is for say, M is for meaning, A is for analyze when we listen to the sounds, R is for remember, which tricky bit do we need to remember, and T is for teach, which is how we spell it when we speak it. Okay, let's get started. In the red list, we have the word over. Say the word over. All right, over can be a describing words. For example, something could be over there, or you might need to get over a hill to get somewhere. And we're going to analyze the sound. Spelling fist up. O, V, Three sounds. The O and the V make one sound, O, and V, and the ER makes So the tricky part, I would say, is just to remember that ER is the digraph when you're spelling over. And then if you came up to me in class and said, Mr. Fisher, how do you spell over? I would say O-V-E-R. Just like that. I'd say the ER together because those two letters make a sound. On to river. Say the word river. A river is a geographical feature. It is a body of water that runs along, usually into some sort of larger lake or into the ocean. Many towns are built near rivers. We have a river here in Yay, called the Yay River, funnily enough. All right, spelling fist up to analyze. It, v, it, v, Make sure you have a go at that too. I should have said that in the last video. Okay, so river. It's got four sounds. Graph, another graph. It. I making it. V, and er. Tricky part for someone else to remember, again, with probably the digraph, and also just remembering that it sound is I. If you came to me in class and asked me how to spell it, I would say, oh, river, R-I-V-E-R. Next word, never. Say the word never. All right, the word never it's actually a noun, it's a time, which is, there is no time. For example, I will never. I think that's pretty safe to say. All right, so let's spell this. Go spelling fist. N, e, v, e. Four sounds. N, N, e, v, e is E. Sorry, v is V, and E, R. Tricky part for someone else would be the N sound. Remember, it's N, not M. When you make the sound N, your mouth is open. Your tongue goes up just behind your front teeth to make the sound. When you make the sound, as in mouth, your mouth remains shut. It's like you're going but they do sound the same, so don't get confused, or try not to get confused. And then finally, if you came up to me in class and said, how do you say never? How do you spell never? I'd say, oh, N-E-V-E-R. We're on to the next word where we'll do the whole process. Better. Say the word better. Okay, better. It is an adjective to describe something that is more suitable or more fitting for a purpose. For example, I can see you're trying to use crayons for this activity. I think that textures might work better. Probably a better tool for that activity. Spelling fist up. Let's go through this. There are two digraphs in this one, so be careful. B, E, T, B, B, E, E, T, T, E, R. If you came up to me, tricky part to remember, sorry, I would say the digraph TT making the sound T. Make sure you remember there's two T's in there. And if you came up to me in class and asked me to spell it, I would say B-E-T-T-E-R. Moving on to winter. Oh, it's what we're about to enter in a couple of days' time, I think, if my maths is correct. So winter is a season. It is the coldest season of the year. In Yay, it tends to get pretty foggy and wet and fairly miserable. But it's also quite cozy, and it's time for the fire to come on, which you can't see, but it's just to the left of my computer here. It's very nice and cozy in here. Okay, so winter. Let's go over the sounds. W, I, N, T, All graphs except the ER. W, W, I, N, N, T, ER. Tricky for someone else to remember, or for you to remember. I would probably say there's a couple in there. There's the it for I, there's N for N, not M, and there's ER on the end, which is a digraph. And if you came up to me and said, Mr. Fisher, how do you spell winter? I would say WINTER. Last word that we'll do the whole process with is dinner. Say the word dinner. Now, dinner's an interesting one. It is a noun. It's a thing. Something that you eat. In Australia, when we talk about dinner, we usually talk about the evening meal that we have before we go to bed. In other countries around the world, dinner can actually mean lunch. For example, in the United Kingdom, in England, dinner usually means lunch, and they refer to dinner as tea. We also call dinner tea sometimes here. So there you go, very interesting. If you say, oh, I want some dinner at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in England, people will understand you. Here they'll say, well, you've got a bit of time to wait, mate. All right, spelling fist up. D, it, N, two digraphs in there. D, D, I. It's the third time we've had I in this list. N, N, ER. If you came up to me and asked me how to spell it, I would say DINNER. Because there are two digraphs, one after the other. All right, we'll just do say and meaning for the rest of the words. The teacher. A teacher is a noun, it's a person. I'm a teacher. It's someone who teaches other people. At the moment, you might feel like your parents are teachers at the moment, and parents, you might feel like teachers too, and that's okay. A butcher. Say the word butcher. A butcher is a job, it's a title, and it's someone who sells meat. And more specifically than that, it's actually someone who prepares the meat as well. So they'll actually chop it up for you and prepare it so that you can go home and cook it. I love the A butcher, just quietly, not a paid promotion. The next word is mother. Say the word mother. A mother is also a noun. It's any woman who has a child. And father is the next one. Say the word father. It's another noun. It's a man who has a child. Say the word brother. That's another noun. You might be a brother. Basically, it's a boy who has a brother or a sister. And the word sister. Say the word sister. It's a noun. It's a thing. You might be a sister. You might have a sister. It's another girl from the same parents as you. Now, onto the green words. These are trickier. So we have the word fatherly. Say the word fatherly. Now, this word has the suffix ly on the end. Ly. That means that it's an adverb. It's describing an adjective. For example, if the teacher spoke to their child or the student in a fatherly way, it means that you seem a bit like a dad when you're talking to your students. The next word is quieter. Say the word quieter. All right, that word means more quiet. Excuse me, could you please be quieter? I'm trying to work. You may have heard that quite a lot in your house or in my house. I have heard it quite a bit in my house. The next word is September. September. Okay, so September is the 9th month of the year, so it's a time. It also is a proper noun, so that is a capital S because it's the name of a month. Over here we have glitter. Say the word glitter. Now, students who have known me for a while know that I can't stand glitter. It's one of my least favorite things. It gets everywhere. It's annoying. You never get rid of it once it gets spilled. And it's terrible for the environment. It's microplastic. But anyway, it is a arts and crafts supply. The last two words are both months. We have October. Say the word October. It's the 10th month of the year. And say the word November. Yep, November is the 11th month of the year, and that's when my birthday is. All right, guys, there's also some space here for some personal words. So from any writing that you have done over the last couple of weeks, if mum or dad have marked it, that's where you put words that you misspelled in your writing. For example, I saw the word until spelled incorrectly in a student's work earlier, so that might be a good word for that student to practice. Other ideas for practicing your words. Fill in the grids each day. It's really important. Say the word and then write the word. It gives your brain a couple of different ways to experience the word, which will help you remember it. If you do a little spelling bee with a sibling, a brother or a sister, or mum and dad, that means they can hold the list and you don't get to see it. And they can give you a word in a sentence. For example, they might say, my birthday is in September. Spell the word September. That's a good way to practice them. If you have any kind of magnetic tiles with letters on them, practicing making them on your fridge or on another magnetic surface is a great idea. Another really fun one, if you want an extension, is to pick 5 words. So if I said, okay, I'm going to do never, winter, brother, October, and quieter. Okay, you pick 5 or 6 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've got 5 there. And then you try and come up with a story. So you could either just do it with your voice or you could write it down if you're a confident writer. Otherwise, you can just use your voice. So, for example, okay, it has never been this cold in October. Okay, that's why I highlight them because I've used them. It has never been this cold in October. Well, something I know about October is that usually is when the weather starts to warm up. It's like it's winter. Full stop. My brother agrees with me, and he said it's also quieter than normal, which hopefully isn't what the case is going to be in October. Hopefully the roads will be a bit more active and the people will be out and about. But we shall see. In the meantime, guys, I hope you're learning well. Stay home and stay safe and take care of each other. I will be back with more videos very soon. I love you. I miss you. Bye-bye.